Just don't do it. Nobody likes it or wants to see a bare bum around the corner. Look, if you do have to go, and we get that sometimes it's a desperate situation and before you know it, you're in the trail and you can't get anywhere, we do say to walk off the trail approximately 20 metres. Take an extra few seconds to mix your deposits into the earth. Bury it about 15 centimetres deep, if you can. There's a small trowel you can carry. It's about the weight of a muesli bar that you can help carry. I know it's gross, I can see. Let's move on. But I do want to note that don't poo on the trowel. Right? We have a volunteer sweep team that come through after the last team leaves, and they're there to clean up all the stuff left behind. They're not trained to deal with this stuff. Please don't make them. All right, let's move on from that image. It's a bit better. Okay, bit of a checklist. A few things I don't want you to forget as part of this event and this briefing night. Have your cup at every checkpoint for hot drinks and your cup or your water bottle for electrolytes and or just water. Carpool as a start. Carry a first aid kit. Actually carry it, don't leave it with your support crew. The chances of something happening while you're at the checkpoint is probably pretty low in comparison to you being out there on the trail, so someone actually carry a first aid kit. 4 thermal space blankets, just in case you're out there on the trail and you need warmth and it's overnight. Clothing for wet and cold weather. Just a note that there's no support crew access to checkpoint 1, I think we've already mentioned that before. Pack all your food and equipment so that you can get all the way to checkpoint 2. So if you are meeting your support crew, the next point you'll meet them at after you leave the start will be at checkpoint 2. Bring some money as well, of course. We've got a vendor there and you can purchase some things from the vendor there as well. Don't forget to your mobile phones, 2 different carriers, and to fully charge it. Your event map book, important thing to bring along in case you get lost. Also, it's got other information in there for you. One of the other things is to please pass on the briefing notes to other members of your team. I know not everyone in your team has made it tonight. Please do pass it on so that they're aware of it. I mean, you've got a lot of that information. If you pass them the briefing notes and they read through it, they'll be across it as well. Your preparation next week, guys, it's going to make all the difference. I can't believe it's already that close to the event. But your preparation will make all the difference. Good food, lots of sleep, keeping hydrated in the days leading up to the event. Friday next week, my top tips. I'll leave it there. I hope that you guys have an amazing time and loads and loads of laugh. Yes, you'll be hurting, but I'm sure you'll be laughing, crying, all of those things. Get your support crew to take lots of photos for you. Take lots of photos yourself. Post photos on social media with the hashtag OTWM. Right there, that's the official hashtag of this year's event in Trailwalker Melbourne. Before I hand on over back to Simon, I just wanted to acknowledge one of the things that we couldn't run this event without is our amazing volunteers. Some of them are here tonight, up in the back there, helping you pick up your registration packs and things like that. Without the 700 odd volunteers that we have for this event, it just simply wouldn't be able to happen. So do want to stress that. Make sure you sort of get to know them. Alright, thanks you. Just going to hand on back to Simon.
Okay, I come back up for some of the event rules and the Q&A. If any of you are in a hurry to leave while I'm just finishing off, please try and leave out through the right-hand door because we're going to have another session coming in straight after you through the left-hand door, which is the way most of you came. So I've just put up here some of the key event rules, and I'm sure as Colin said, you've all read and memorised the event rules from the website. So these are just a few top ones, which is that we like our teams to stay together between the checkpoints. It is for your own safety. And as he said, check in and check out together as a team of 4. We instruct the volunteers and we train them not to allow you to either check in or check out unless you're all together as a team. Every team needs to have a support crew because you need people to carry things and to look after you at the checkpoints. So please make sure that you do have them on the event weekend. It also makes the event a lot more fun. Teams are strictly forbidden to meet their support crews outside the checkpoints. This isn't just a courtesy issue, it's a safety issue. Last year we did have a number of teams that tried to meet outside the checkpoint at Alinda, and it did cause a traffic jam that the police had to go and sort out. The Victoria Police love giving out tickets to people, and that will happen. So please make sure that you're obeying the laws of the road. And I think Khan said that we have secured some off-site parking as well with a shuttle service. So there will be an ability for crews to get to even in the smaller and harder to reach checkpoints. And we also ask you just to respect that you are in other people's backyards, sometimes quite literally. And we do rely on the goodwill of the public to allow us to run this event through the Dandenong and Yarra ranges. So please just be mindful, especially at night time, that your voices can carry. And while you're having fun on the trail, some people may be sleeping and trying to get to work in the morning. And we do ask you to carry the 2 mobile phones and also to make sure that you don't split up on the trail. If we do find out about people being left on the trail, it is in our event rules that the rest of the team can be evicted from the event. Nobody wants to do that, that's not what this event is for, but if that does happen, I'm the person that gets called to come and tell you, and I don't want to have to tell any of you, because I'm not going to allow you to carry on walking because you've left someone on the trail. And the final point up here is probably the most important one, which is make sure that you do have your first aid kit with you, that you carry it with you at all times, because if you need it, that's when really when you're going to need it. So I'll just leave you with this. 100 kilometres is the walk. It's about 125,000 steps. If you just take it one step at a time, you will make it. There are just 9 sleeps to go. And at the end of the day, the reason we're doing it, well, there's 2.5 million reasons, and we know that you're going to be able to get there by the end of next week. So thank you very much for that. If you do have any questions, we are going to say that now is a good time for you to ask us questions. We've got a lot of people up here that can answer questions for you. Just throw your hand up, and maybe we'll have one of the guys will run around with a microphone, unless you've got a really loud voice, in which case we'll be happy to hear your questions. Try questions in the front first. Okay, the question is, at the end of the event, are there restrictions on how many family and friends can come and meet you at the finish? And the answer is no. The finish is a very big footy oval at Wesburn Park in Warburton. You get as many friends and family come and cheer you across the line as possible. John, there was a question right here at the back.
Murray's house, Friday.
Do you need to change contact details?
If you've got contact details to change, I think you can fill them out on the form, but we ask you to bring them along at the registration, because you can still make changes up until the Monday of the event. So you could, I'd say, don't give them in tonight, because we may just lose them unless Steph's going to be really nice.
It's quite interesting. They say that you have to carry a portable.
One of you has left behind your mobile phone, so if you can hear me on the way out, you were sitting on the left of the auditorium facing the stage. And if you don't reclaim it, I don't mind having another phone. Any more questions here? We've got a handful of questions on this side. We'll just try shouting them out, see if I can hear you. Okay, there's a question, can people walk with you part of the way? And the answer is no. Although it is public parks, and obviously you can go out any weekend and walk with family and friends, we ask you not to, because we have resources that cater to the exact amount of people that are on the walk. And if you're out there walking with friends and family and they decide to leave you, they could get injured and you won't know about it. And obviously our concern is safety of everyone that's out there on the trail. Yeah, the checkpoint access is well marked at all the checkpoints for your support crews to be able to see where to get in. There are signs on the entry roads on the day that will say checkpoint this way, and we'll show you. And also we will have traffic marshals that will be at the entrance to every checkpoint. And also in the support crew guide there will be driving maps, so you should be able to see driving maps online for each of the checkpoints. Okay. If you miss your start, then you will be allowed to go into the next start. So if you actually are due to start at 7:30 and you don't get there until 8 o'clock, we will push you through into the next available start that we can get you into. You won't need to phone us. I mean, it's a nice courtesy if you do, but honestly, all we'll do is we'll push you into the next start. And if you missed the last start, we will be there for half an hour to an hour after the last start has gone, so the chancellor will be able to push you through. Anyone that has missed the event completely, we will phone them and say, where are you, just to make sure that you haven't had an incident on the way there. So we've got a question about how do you actually retire on the trail if you get sick. If you need to retire at a safe place to retire, then you notify us. We will be able to remove you from the trail or have your support crew come and take you to the next checkpoint where the medical crews who are there can look after you, and then we safely retire you from the event. So we can do that between checkpoints if you're not able to continue. We would not let the 3 people carry on and leave a sick person there. We will need to be assured that that sick person has been picked up and taken care of, and then the 3 others can carry on walking from that position. That's not a problem. Anyone?
Yeah, I had some surgery all the time. It's like, oh, I've got to study these out. So actually,
No, mate, literally, like, threw my stuff out, closed the door, straight to my station. After stuff, it's just